Greetings and welcome back to the channel, where we unpack the truth behind the headlines and bring you closer to the real stories shaping Uganda's political, social, and legal climate. If this is your first time here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you stay updated with all the drama, controversy, and political thunder rolling across the country. Today, we bring you a bombshell from the corridors of power, one that has sparked outrage, disbelief, and serious questions about transparency and justice. Uganda's security minister has disowned the much-criticized express penalty system and is now demanding clear answers over what many citizens have called outright daylight robbery, skyrocketing fines that are tearing into the pockets of already struggling Ugandans. It's a political earthquake. For months now, motorists across Uganda have cried out over inflated fines slapped on them through the express penalty scheme, a traffic enforcement mechanism that was supposedly designed to bring order and discipline to the roads. But what was meant to be a system for law and order has increasingly come under fire for being arbitrary, excessively punitive, and shrouded in mystery. Now, with the security minister himself publicly distancing his office from the program, the legitimacy of the entire system is in question, and the nation is demanding answers. In a press briefing that took many by surprise, the security minister made it crystal clear. His ministry did not design, approve, or authorize the structure of fines currently being imposed on drivers. In fact, he went a step further, asking for a full inquiry into how the fines were calculated, who is benefiting from the funds collected, and whether there's any legal backing for the arbitrary amounts being charged. For many Ugandans, this was the moment they'd been waiting for, a senior official finally acknowledging what ordinary people have been enduring in silence. What makes this even more explosive is the fact that the express penalty system has already generated billions in fines, yet many questions remain unanswered. Where is the money going? Who determines the penalty amounts? Are these fines actually improving road safety, or are they simply another tool for exploitation? These are the hard-hitting questions that are now echoing across talk shows, newsrooms, and social media timelines. The minister's disowning of the system has not only exposed a major rift within the government, but also ignited a storm of reactions. Civil society groups are demanding a complete suspension of the system until a proper audit is conducted. Legal experts are calling the penalties unconstitutional and arbitrary, while opposition figures have pounced on the moment to label the system as yet another symptom of a corrupt and disconnected leadership. The timing of the statement could not be more critical. The public's patience has worn thin, with many ordinary citizens already grappling with soaring fuel prices, the high cost of living, and economic hardship. Getting slapped with fines, sometimes over 500,000 shillings for minor or unclear infractions, has pushed many to the brink. Stories have flooded the media of boda riders losing their livelihoods, taxi drivers unable to clear multiple tickets, and even private motorists receiving penalties for violations they had no idea they committed. And now, as it turns out, the very ministry tasked with overseeing security and public order is distancing itself from the very system meant to enforce that order. The implications are staggering. If the security minister didn't sign off on these fines, then who did? Who is accountable? Who is responsible for the suffering that thousands of motorists have endured under this system? Even more concerning is the lack of transparency in enforcement. Cameras, which have been part of the digital enforcement mechanism, have allegedly misidentified vehicles or charged drivers for offenses that happened in different districts. The appeal process is murky, often inaccessible, and designed in a way that leaves the average citizen powerless. It's no surprise, then, that the public sees this system not as a law enforcement tool, but as a money-making machine built on confusion, fear, and bureaucracy. The security minister's move to publicly disown the program has now opened the floodgates for accountability. His call for answers is not just an internal demand. It's a cry that resonates with every Ugandan who has questioned the legitimacy of this system. It signals a possible beginning of a deeper investigation into how public policies are implemented and whether those policies serve justice or simply prey on the vulnerable. As the heat intensifies, many are now watching to see how other arms of government will respond. Will the Ministry of Works and Transport issue a statement? Will Parliament summon those responsible for the enforcement model? Will we see heads roll, or will this just be another storm that passes with no real consequences? One thing is for sure, this story isn't going away anytime soon. Ugandans are awake, aware, and angry. And with the security minister now standing with the people, the pressure is building for a total overhaul of a system that has, for too long, operated without oversight, compassion, or logic. Make sure you stay with us as we follow every development in this unfolding drama. Subscribe to the channel right now and turn on notifications, because the next few days could bring more shocking revelations. Like this video if you stand with accountability, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Have you or someone you know been unfairly fined under the system? Let your voice be heard. Until next time, stay informed, stay bold, and never stop asking questions.